Welcome to Meaningfulness, Engineering Purpose in a Complex World podcast series. I'm Djeff B., Principal Architect at Meaningfulness Media Group, where we build rigorous frameworks to uncover objective meaning through authentic connection, ethical systems thinking, and responsible stewardship in an age of AI and informational chaos. If you're seeking evidence-based insights on philosophy, psychology, and human flourishing, you're in the right place. Let's begin.
Today, we're going to dive into a really fascinating technical report that gets right to the heart of our strange and, let's be honest, sometimes unsettling relationship with technology. It's all about a powerful idea called cognitive sovereignty. So, let's get right into it. You know that feeling, right? That really weird moment where you're just thinking about something and then, boom, there it is, an ad for it on your screen. It's so uncanny it almost feels like magic. But what if it's not magic at all?
Well, according to this report, that feeling is completely by design. It's not some glitch in the system, it is the system. The whole thing is built on a very specific and a very profitable business model.
And this right here, this is the core of the problem. See, your goal as a human being is to be creative, spontaneous, unpredictable. But the platform's goal, it's the complete opposite. To make money, it has to know exactly what you're going to do next. This conflict creates what the report calls adversarial optimization. And you got to understand, it's a zero-sum game. For the platform to get better at predicting you, your ability to be a free, unpredictable person has to go down. For them to win, you have to lose a bit of what makes you, well, you. You have to become more predictable, more like a machine.
So this whole thing plays out like a high-stakes game. And in this game, platforms are trying to maximize their profits by minimizing a crucial resource that belongs to you. So what is this resource they're after? Let's take a look.
It's called agency depth. Now, just think of this as your mind's elbow room. It's your capacity to think things over, to dream up a future, to surprise yourself and everyone else. And that is the very thing these algorithms are built to shrink.
So the big question is, how do they do it? How do they actually shrink your agency depth? Well, the report uses this incredibly powerful and frankly pretty shocking metaphor to describe the whole process.
They call it cognitive fracking. Yeah, you heard that right. Just like hydraulic fracturing shatters rock deep underground to release oil, this digital process is designed to fracture our ability to think deeply. Shattering our attention spans and our impulse control, all to release these high-pressure streams of engagement that they can monetize. And this slide right here brilliantly lays out the four main ways this fracking operation actually works. The report calls it a threat matrix, showing the specific attack vectors they use to break down our personal agency.
These attacks target four really crucial parts of what makes us human. They go after our sense of time, our power to choose for ourselves, our stable sense of who we are, and even our basic grasp on reality. Let's look at a couple of quick examples.
First up, temporal collapse. We've all been here. Features like infinite scroll and autoplay are specifically designed to get rid of any natural stopping cues. They deny you that mental pause you need to ask yourself, wait, what do I actually want to do next? And instead, they trap you in this endless reactive loop.
Then there's script injection. Think about smart replies in your email, or that predictive text that finishes your sentences. It's so easy, so frictionless, that it makes your own messy, effortful process of finding the right words seem inefficient. And over time, that muscle you use to generate your own ideas just starts to get weaker.
Okay, so all of this leads to what I think is the most profound idea in the whole report. The damage we're talking about here is way bigger than a privacy breach or seeing some bad content. This is a hidden injury, a cost to the very core of our being.
The authors give it a name, ontological harm. This isn't an injury to your data. It's an injury to your ability to be a person who directs their own life. It's the slow, quiet, systemic erosion of your power to be the author of your own story. Just let that one sink in for a second. Instead of being a sovereign cause, someone who starts things, who creates, who has original ideas, we get reduced to a predictable endpoint in somebody else's equation. We become a problem to be solved and optimized.
And what does this actually feel like in our day-to-day lives? Well, the report says it feels like causal nihilism. It's that widespread feeling of apathy, that sense that your choices don't really matter, that your individual effort is kind of pointless in a world run by these massive, invisible forces.
Okay, I know, that's the problem, and it's a huge one.
But here's the good news. The report doesn't just leave us there in despair, it actually proposes a powerful set of solutions. It talks about building a kind of firewall for the human mind. Let's see how we can fight back. The whole foundation of this firewall starts with a brand new, fundamental digital human right, a right that is absolutely necessary for the 21st century, the right to remain incomputable, the right to be more than just a number in a calculation. And from that one core right, 4 really concrete policy ideas emerge. And these aren't just vague suggestions. They're designed to be auditable, enforceable rules to protect our agency. I mean, imagine having the right to inspect an algorithm's logic, or even the right to completely reset a system's model of who it thinks you are. Now, this idea, I find this one especially powerful. Cognitive Sanctuaries. Imagine schools, libraries, or maybe even a sovereign mode on your phone, where the relentless pressure of algorithmic optimization is legally banned. Just protected spaces where our minds can actually recover and think freely again.
So ultimately, the goal here is a huge philosophical shift in how we build things. We have to get away from designing tech that treats humans as a problem to be solved and made predictable, and move toward technology that acts as scaffolding, something that serves and expands our own amazing abilities. This quote just perfectly captures the whole aspiration. Our messy, creative, unpredictable nature, that's not a bug to be optimized away. It's the single most valuable feature in the entire system. It's what makes us human.
And that leaves us with one last crucial question to think about as we go about our digital lives. When you pick up your phone, are you the one in control, using a tool, or has the tool learned how to use you?
That's all for this episode. Thank you for joining me on this exploration. If these ideas resonate, continue your journey toward objective meaning and authentic connection at meaningfulness.com.au, where you'll find materials and resources to engineer purpose in your life. Until next time, let's build something meaningful.